for their things and how they do things. And when the time comes, the people are ready for it. They're ready for it. And so we have to condition our minds to the things of the wilderness. We discuss how the wilderness, how miracles and healing and all these good positive, it's going to be kadoshness in the wilderness. See, we get excited about that, and that's great. But we also have to talk about those negative things that will happen in the wilderness. We can't focus on all the good things and not focus on the negative. We keep a balance. And the way Yahuah taught, he taught more about the people negative things that they were doing that was negative than the positive things. He focused on the negative so that the people will understand the negative things that they were doing. And so we want to keep a balance, and we focus on both. But today's message right now, what you're about to receive, and when we go into the scripture, it's going to be thick. I'm going to give everybody a situation. All of us. I did myself already. I put myself in this situation. And I want to put everybody in this situation. It's a serious, serious situation. And how would it feel for you to be in this situation? This situation, I want this situation sealed in everybody's mind. It's already sealed in my mind. Now I'm about to seal it in your minds. And when you go into the wilderness, you let this message be sealed in your mind. You let this situation, don't ever forget this situation I'm going to have to show. It's going to be message, have to do something I don't normally do. And that's to expose wickedness from other people, because they are leading people astray. And I prayed about this, of course. I'm not one to make videos. You can look all through my channels, and I'm talking about other people, and I'm pointing fingers at other people. Here they go, showing them the people on the screen and showing them what they are doing. I'm not one to do this. The Most High had me putting out the warnings. The warning go forth. The people either listen or they don't. That's what Moshe did. That's what the others did. But today I'm being led to show where our people are going today. Where are they going? What are they doing? And I asked the Father about this. And he told me, if these people do this in the kingdom, they will be stoned. So you're worried about showing this to people? They would be stoned for this. They try to do this mess in the wilderness, they would be stoned. They would be killed. All right, let's begin. Sit tight. This message is not pretty. Hold on tight. We always have to dive into things that's kind of messy. Today's lesson is going to get messy, but we will be all right. This is to help us. This is not to hurt or harm. It's to help. What I have to show is going to damage your ruach a little bit. You're going to feel hurt. This is what it is. You're going to feel hurt. This is what I felt. I felt hurt when I went through this message. This is one of those messages. I felt hurt. I felt pain. And then the Most High bringing me to realization of what's before us. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty for most. And if you have a heart for mankind, you would feel like the Father and not want to see anyone perish. Anyone. But we know the road to destruction is broad, and the road to righteousness is narrow. There will be many people. Our people today don't understand. There will be many people that's going to go down to the pit, down into Shaul. These people are holding Bibles in their hands. These people are in the churches. These people are in the camps. They're holding Bibles. They're teaching from the Bibles. These people are telling people we know who we are. They're telling people we're in the truth. We have the knowledge of the truth. We're not in lies. That's who these people are. So the first message, this is a prep message. This message is the preparation message for today's lesson. We're going to talk about it's on, going back under the rod. When we go back under this rod, it's on. It is on when we go under this rod. When we hit that wilderness, He's going to visit us, come down on the mountain, speak to us face to face like He spoke to the others. And we going under the rod, back under the bond of the covenant. This is what we're discussing to begin our lesson this morning, being led by the Father. So what is this? What are we talking about here? Ready?
Yes, sir.
Ezekiel 20. You know this. 33 through 40.
As I live, says Yahuah, surely with a mighty hand, with an outstretched arm, and with fury poured out, I'll rule over you. I'll bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries where you are scattered.
The Most High said, surely, with a mighty hand. Whatever He does, it's with a mighty hand. No one understands this. He does nothing with a weak hand. He doesn't have a weak hand. That might be all. When He tell any of the Malak, when He tell any of the Malachims, when He tell them to do something, it's of a mighty hand. They do nothing of a weak hand. Everything He does is of a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, and with fury poured out. Fury, when He does something, most of the time there's fury that comes with it. He said, I will rule over you. Well, why do we need Him to rule over us with fury? If anyone come against these people, He will come against them. He will become their enemy. He says, I will bring you out from the people. We know this very well. Gather you out of the countries where you were scattered. We understand how He's going to do that. Him commanding us, Him working with us coming out, delivering ourselves. Right here.
With a mighty hand, with an outstretched arm, and with fury poured out.
So with a mighty hand, outstretched arm, His word is mighty. His word is mighty and powerful. And see, He declared to His people. He whistled for His people. From the north, from the south, from the east, from the west, He proclaimed, give them up. And they have to give them up. Now the people must come. And so that's where we at today. The Most High He's not sending any. Let me make sure everyone understands this. There's two different gatherings. And people get these two different gatherings mixed up. The first gathering, you must gather yourself. Deliver yourself. I did messages on that. The second gathering is when Yahushua comes. Babylon is completely destroyed. He's only gathering those from around the borders. They didn't make it into the wilderness. This is a second gathering. Many of our people, since they're not being taught this, and the scriptures are not broken down for them, they don't understand the second gathering. And they're looking to be in the second gathering. And I told you, you must be a Rambo to make it in that second gathering. You will have no food, no water for years. No food, no water. And there will be man against man, nation against nation. You will be on your own. A man will not be able to take care of his family. Will not be able to take care of his family. There will be a few select men at that time. Second Ezra says they're gonna one man will wish to see another man's face and to hear his voice, showing us how small of a remnant the rest of the earth will be when Yahushua comes back. The earth would have been cleansed or going through a cleansing process. How? By killing a huge number of people. It's cleansing time. And Yahushua going to come and finish the job with the help of Yasharal, the people that was in the wilderness preparing for this. They are the sons of light. They will do battle against the sons of darkness, Edom, Moab, and Ammon. You see how this works? And so we have people in the midst of the enemy talking about that's our place of safety. And Jordan is the only place of safety. You see how I have to go so hard and strong against that? Many people are believing that lie. And it's a trap. It's a trap from the enemy.
And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people.
I'm going to bring you in. This is the first gathering. He's calling out from the north, south, east, and west. Give them up. Deliver yourself. Everybody from all over the earth. And they're going to come back and be within the wilderness of the people. This is where we want to be. Notice, many of the people, many of them, not all of them, many of them in Jordan, my wife and I, we notice they skipping the wilderness. Listen to them. They done skipped it, bypassed it, as if it doesn't exist, as if they're not going to the wilderness. And they're going into verses saying where we're going to be, talking about when Yahushua comes and the sons of light going to be here, and they're going to go from here to there, conquering. See, that's after the wilderness. You think you know what I mean?
I think it's something that was hinted at last time.
I don't think I made a hint of this.
I think I said something.
You may have. You may have.
And there I'll plead my case with you.
He's going to plead his case. What case? The Most High said, and I have to show this, he has a dispute. He has a problem with all flesh. Family, that's us too. We're not together. We're not operating together as one man. He has to put this thing back together. This is something wrong that he has to make right. So he's going to put us back together as one man. And there he will cleanse the people. He will plead his case with the people.
Face to face.
Face to face.
Just as I pleaded my case with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so I'll plead my case with you, says Yahuah Lord.
So the Most High is telling us he's going to plead his case with us, just like he pleaded his case with our forefathers. Now, in this, where is Yahushua? While he's pleading his case, where is the Mashiach? He haven't came yet. Well, actually, he hasn't even came yet. The people haven't been put back together. So that the son, let me just say it so everybody understand what I'm saying. The sons of light have yet been cleansed and prepared for war. Yet the Father is pleading his case with them in the wilderness. This is the process. And many of our people missing this process. And they're going straight into Isaiah 11:11, which is completely ridiculous. Listen, the ones that make it, let me slow down. I'm rushing. The ones that make it into the wilderness get cleansed. This group of people has nothing to do with Isaiah 11:11. Nothing. They were inside the protected area where they should be. Isaiah 11:11, those were unprotected people. If that's the case, why does Yahushua have to come back and gather the scattered? Why weren't they gathered into the wilderness? Because they didn't come out. We have people in Egypt. They're going to miss the journey because they're at Haggadah. Our people journeyed nowhere near on foot in Haggadah, but all because one group, one camp goes to her God for a period of time.